Okay na. Tagalog tayo ngayon. Hi guys! Welcome to my live stream today. Kailan ba yung last stream ko last time? Naka-ano pala to? Naka-stream siya sa YouTube pala. Naayos na kasi ng trading view yung ano eh. Dati kasi naka-attach siya sa ano ba to? Sa OBS. Ngayon kasi directly pwede na siya. So naka-restream siya sa YouTube. So Tagalog lang tayo today. Tagalog. Anyway, grabe ano. Daily time frame lang tayo. Dito pala. Last time, I think, wait lang check ko lang yung spreadsheet ko. Kasi alam ko parang, kailan ba ako last nag-stream? Medyo matagal na ata, ilang araw na. Wait lang Kailan pa siya? November 23, pero tingin ko nag-stream ako ng December eh. Though hindi ko lang siya, wait, yan. Ginawa ko kasing block yung ano eh. Pero alam ko, medyo matagal na akong nag-stream eh. Kasi medyo ano din ako. Hindi din kasi ako masyadong nag-trade over the past few days. Though may mga konti akong trades, pero konti lang oh. Kita nyo naman. Dami. Pangit kasi ng market. Anyway, update lang tayo sa BTC and kung may mga tanong kayo, then feel free to ask na lang din. So, ang gagamitin ko ngayon is si daily time frame. Wait lang. Nakano pala akong dami ko kasing, ano ba to? Wait lang Dami ko kasing alert, so i-off ko muna siya. Stop all ko muna. Yes. Baka mamaya magbiglang mag-alert. So, anyway, dito muna tayo sa BTC. BTC lang pala. Kasi siya yung market mover for today. Naalala nyo to? Wait lang, iyan ako pala. Sige, remove ko na lang. Naalala nyo last time dito sa, I think September ata yun. September something, I think dito ata siya. And then dito. Malaki kasi yung na-liquidate dito, kaya makita nyo naman, kahit na may support from institutional investors like si MicroStrategy bumibili ng Bitcoin and even si El Salvador, medyo nahihirapan siya na umakyat. I think 22 days ata yun, if I'm not mistaken. 22 days bago siya mag-recover. So, yeah. It's siya. September 7 yun. May na-liquidate dito na $3 billion. And then dito, more or less, more than $2 billion din kasi. So, sabi ko nga last time, I'm expecting na 22 days more or less din yung possible recovery. 21 and I think 26 ata, December 26 if I'm not mistaken. So, ayan, December 26 nga. So, maliban siya sa liquidation na yun, nag-check din ako last time. Yeah, it's already a dead cross on a daily time frame. Hindi ko din nakita ito eh. Nag-dead cross pala siya after nung dito, liquidation. So, dead cross and then yung basic trends natin, of course, talagang, diba? Downtrend siya, diba? Nag-breakdown siya. Diba? And then it's also a wedge, downtrend. Then it's a widening downtrend, di ba? Oh, so ang pangit. Ang pangit. At saka napansin nyo, nahihirapan siya eh. Even tinitingnan ko din sa 8 hours eh. 8 hours, dati 3 hours yan, di ba? Pero pinalitan ko ng 8 hours kasi maswerte daw yan. So, try ko lang din yan. Dito pa lang, oh. Nahihirapan siya talaga. Itong EMA 30, nag-ano na siya eh, nare-reject na siya. So, dito, 1, and then dito, 2. And then even dito, 3, di ba? So, talagang madaming ano eh. Madaming, madaming naipit. At saka maliban dyan kasi, Christmas, syempre, madami na ding nagsisell para sa, nagsisell or nagka-cash out. So, medyo nahihirapan siya. Actually, ako naipit din ako eh. Remember last time, wait lang, check natin to. Kapag naka-close na siya, ibig sabihin na close na lahat ng transactions ko. Pero meron pa akong BTC, naipit din ako. Di ba nakapagbenta ako sa 69? And then nag-open ako last time dun sa, 64,950. So, yung 64,950 na yun, 50% ng normal position ko, naipit na. But anyway, so dyan na lang muna siya for now. And then, eto, wala na. Isa lang transaction ko for the day, senior lang. And etong senior, 1 month din to eh. Check ko ah. Alam ko November ko siya na-open eh. And then bigla siyang nag-pump. So, na ano siya. So, na-done siya. So, balik tayo ulit dito kay BTC. Kasi ang plano ko kasi dito kay BTC, kapag nag-breakout na talaga siya sa major trend. Kasi ano bang major trend nito? Breakdown. And then another downtrend talaga siya. So, medyo on a short-term note, bearish talaga ako. And tinitignan ko din yung RSI kanina. Kung titignan natin siya, actually yung pinaka-low na ito, though pwede nating sabihin na, ano ba to? Kasi nag-low siya ng 8.21 eh. Yun yung pinaka-low RSI niya, 8.21. Though masasabi natin na at this point, 8.21. And then, auto natin Yung pinaka-mababa eh. Auto. Yes, asa na. Ako, nawala na. Ayan. Inano ko lang siya. Though yung RSI natin ngayon, umakyat siya ng konti. Pero yung 8.21 kasi, posible pa niya ulit i-retest itong 40,000 na to, yung last time. So, medyo na ano ako dito. So, sa ngayon, wala pa akong wala akong masyadong trades eh. So, ano to? 41 to 41. So, ilagay natin. 41 to 41. Diba? So, ano bang plano ko dito? Well, antayin ko muna siya na mag-breakout talaga kasi sa ngayon, wala eh. Puro rejection puro every bounce, rejection, di ba? Every bounce. 8 hours. Even sa 1 hour. 1 hour, di ako masyadong nagtitingin ngayon sa 1 hour. So, yun. Though, pwedeng i-trades yung mga bounce kasi may mga bounce naman or naka-alert ako. Kaso yung alert ko, di ba, dito sa, ano ba to? Wait lang Punta natin sa daily. Naka-alert ako dito sa daily kasi nga, unlimited alert na ata ako. So, thanks for Gala Gains. Naka-alert ako dito sa trend na to. Kasi plano ko sanang dito sa trend na yan. Naka-alert ako dyan and then at the same time dito naka-alert din ako. So, once na mag-breakout sana yan, mag-lolong ako. Kaso dito, hindi siya nag-alert dito eh. Yung sa yung sa alert ko, kaya hindi rin ako short or whatever action sana yung gagawin ko. Though wala. So, wala. So, antayin ko na lang yung 64,950 ko. Well, antayin ko na lang siya siguro for now. Kasi, wala eh. Well, wait lang ah. Ipapakita ko pala yung last time. I think Matic. Ano ba yung Matic? Naipit ako. Pero nakapag ano din ako. Naka-out ako last time eh. Wait lang. Yeah. I think I have a few Matic last time. One lang yun. Kaya saan na ba yun? Hindi ko maalala. Ito. Ito I think. Itong dalawa. Alam nyo ba yan? 5 months yan, no? Hinold ko siya 5 months. From, I think, 7 months. Kasi May 27 to, na-open ko siya. Diba? Pero at least ngayon, naka-alert na kasi ako. So, as much as possible, kapag alert, dun na lang ako mag-3 trades. So, yan. So, medyo matagal ko siyang nahawakan. But as much as possible, kailangan, since perpetual siya, kailangan meron pa din akong, kailangan meron pa din akong kita para at least hindi ako nag-absorb masyado ng funding rates every day. Though, kung titignan ko naman yung sa exchange na ginagamit ko for futures, ano pa naman siya, positive USD pa naman ako. So, gains pa rin naman. Though, yun nga lang kasi, may mga ilan na naipit. So, as much as possible, kung kaya ko pa siyang aantayin ko talaga siya. Since hindi pa naman siya talaga naka-fully 100%. So, yan. So, dito, medyo ako dito eh. Medyo alanganin ako kasi ito, untested area which could possibly be retested tong $41,000. So, resistance natin, the previous one, ito diba? Nasa around $50,000. And yeah, I think yun na lang muna siguro, $51 to $52. Pero, syempre, mas maganda if mag-breakout talaga siya. Yun yung plano ko, mag-breakout siya. Or pag na-reject siya at nag-alert yung etong trend line na to, possibly baka mag-short ako. Kaso, ewan ko ba kung kailan nag-set ako ng alert, wala akong natatanggap. Anyway, madami na kasi akong alerts ngayon eh. So, yung mga iba, binabandayan ko yun na lang. Yung mga alts, more on scalp ako at the moment. And then, may nabili ata akong mga ibang mga altcoins. So, yung ngayon, since wala akong masyadong trades, gumagawa ako ng trading plan ko for 2022. Actually, nag-start ako sa crypto 2016, di ba? Though, yung talagang Telegram journal ko, naumpisahan ko siya 2020. Pero yung talagang in writing na trading journal, I mean trading plan, wala talaga. Though nasa utak ko or nasa journal ko siya. So yun, i-share ko siya maybe next time. Trinay ko lang kasi to kasi medyo naglolo kasi kanina yung trading streams. Ewan ko ba? Kasi magsusulat sana ako sa help center. But anyway, since nakakapag-stream na naman ulit tayo, edi okay na. So, yan. So, sa BTC sa ngayon, more on bearish ako muna. I mean, kasi 'di ba, it's a breakdown tapos it's a widening widening downtrend. So, most likely, baka i-retest niya yung $41,000. Though, aantayin ko kung ano man yung action ng Fed. I think mamayang 4 ata, Fed decision, 4 a.m. ata sa atin, Philippine time. So, maybe that's a possible catalyst for a market action. So, yan. Antayin ko na lang kung whatever yung alert ko siguro. So, sa ngayon, support na nakikita ko, possibly the previous low nung last dump, 41,000, and immediate resistance sa 50,781. Kapag breakout siya doon, possibly tinitignan ko around 52 to 53 na resistance. Personally, plan ko is magrelong at kapag flinip niya tong support na to at saka pag flinip niya tong resistance na to support. Itong uptrend na to and itong resistance na to. So, itong dalawa. So, ito yung major point ko. More or less. So, kapag nandyan na siya, then saka na lang ako possibly mag-a-add. But then again, depende rin kasi kung ano yung trading plan ninyo. Though on a long-term note, ano pa din naman ako, bullish pa rin naman ako sa BTC. Actually, part of my plan is that habang bear siya, or kung sakali mang mag-bear, is mag-accumulate ako ng crypto. Kasi, nakakita ko kasi, si Paymaya last time, di ba, nag-share ako, si Paymaya also going into crypto. So, I think the adoption will increase over the next few years. So, yun. At saka naalala nyo, even yung .com bubble, di ba? Pero, after a few years, di ba, ano yung pinaka-major na, kung titignan mo yung Nasdaq, di ba, ang tataas pa rin, di ba? So, when it comes to technology, dun talaga, yung growth phase. Maliban dyan, mababa pa kasi yung market cap ng crypto. Iniisip ko nga kasi kanina nag-iisip din ako as to my market, so sa trading plan ko kung ano yung gagawin ko. Kasi may mga holdings pa ako sa stock market, sa Philippine stock market lang. Hindi, wala akong US stock market. So, I think yun lang muna sa ngayon. Ano bang inaasahan ko dito? Wala akong masyadong inaasahan eh. Pero most likely, nasa bears ako. Nasa bears ako. Kasi yun yung major trend eh. Diba? Sabi nga, trend is your friend. So, diba? Ano yung current trend? Wala. Downtrend siya. So, syempre, hanggat hindi niya nabe-break yan, dun pa rin ako. Downtrend. So, yeah. Mag-aantay lang ako ng rejection and possibly mag-short ako. So, yeah. Antayin ko lang yung mga alerts ko. So, sabi niya dito na stuck daw siya sa 144. 144p. Ano yan? 144 pesos? Well, di ko alam kung ano yung ano niya. What crypto? Anong crypto pala? Anyway, yun lang yung ano ko. So, maswerte na tayo kung at the end of the year is kahit mag 53, sana, kahit ma-reverse lang niya yung, kahit umakyat lang siya dito sa point of, itong pinaka-major support na tinitignan ko, kahit hanggang dyan lang siya mag-end, 53 to 54, masaya na ako, at least, di ba? Balik siya sa uptrend. Else, wala. Antayin natin na talagang mag-hold siya. Maliban dyan, wait lang check natin. Kasi, di ba, tinitingnan natin is the 41. Etong 29 na to, at least para makapag-strategize kayo, just in case na magtuloy-tuloy siya. Yeah. Kasi tinitignan ko din kasi itong si MicroStrategy, since sila yung mga biggest holder, one of the biggest holder ng crypto, ay ng BTC in general, is ang pinaka-average nilang purchase is 29,864 if I'm not mistaken. So, eto. So, yung 29,000 na to, eto, very strong support na talaga siya. So, yeah, tingin ko naman hindi na siya, pupunta pa siya dito sa 29,000 na yun. Just in case magtuloy-tuloy to Though sa ngayon, there's a possibility na magtuloy-tuloy siya hanggat hindi niya nabe-break yung downtrend wedge na yan. So, I think yun lang yung mga masasabi ko sa BTC. Hindi ko rin nakita 'tong debt cross, eh, parang lately ko lang din napansin. I think nakita ko siya pero pababa na kasi siya, eh, so hindi na din gano'n ka-attractive. 'Di ba sabi ko nga as much as possible, if the risk reward is 2, then saka ako magte-trade. Pero kung hindi, eh, wala, no trade zone lang ako. So, yun lang yung masasabi ko kay BTC for now. So, major trend, downtrend, so possibly yun. And kung magtuloy-tuloy, 29 or 30,000, which is yan yung pinaka-average purchase price ng MicroStrategy. Meron silang as of this one, 3.65 billion dollars, diba? Worth of BTC. So parang ano pala, no? Kasi last time pala kasi billion din yung naano, 'di ba? Yung na-liquidate. Almost I think 2 to 3 billion din yung na-liquidate dito, eh. So parang halos equivalent pala ng holdings ng MicroStrategy. So yun lang ma-share ko for now. And then yeah, wait lang. So ano na tong BTC performance natin? Ang pangit ng December niya. So sa ngayon, it's doing at 46,812. So down siya ng 19% month on month. So, yan. So I think yun lang masasabi ko. Kung may tanong kayo, then feel free to ask. Else, I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah. Wait lang pala. Share ko na din pala si Ethereum kasi sila yung mga majors. Kasi nakita ko, nag-breakdown na din siya. Though medyo magulo siya. Wait, magtitingin na lang ako sa favorite alts ko. And then, para at least malinis siya. May alert kasi yun, eh. So, syempre, gagawa lang tayo ng trends. Sa ngayon, more or less, based on price action na ako mag-trade, eh. Well, actually, sa price action naman talaga ng trade. Though minsan tinitignan ko yung divergence and EMAs for additional confirmation of the trend. So, napansin nyo, dito, breakdown na din talaga si Ethereum, which is, medyo ano ako dito. Diba? Saktong-sakto, ano na siya, rejected talaga siya sa previous support na naging resistance na. So, syempre, ang strategy ko ulit dito is that antayin ko siya umakyat dito bago ako mag-trade. Unless na lang, I'm planning to hold it long term. But for altcoins, Ethereum, I think hindi ako nagbibili ng Ethereum for now. Siguro perpetual, pero yung sa holdings, no. Ito na lang siya. So, makikita mo, ano din siya, di ba? O, di ba? Pareho lang din siya ni eh. Nagkaroon na din siya talaga na. So, anong tinitignan ko dito? Eh di syempre, ito, previous low, which is, ayun din, no? Kung yan, 3,300, more or less. So, ang ano ko din dito is, antayin ko din siya na umakyat siya dito. Or dito rin, point of, sorry. Ito rin yung point of ano ko. Syempre, pag itong resistance na to, magiging support, di ba? So, sa ngayon is more on bearish ako kasi nag-breakdown and it's also a downtrend. So, eto ako. So, may possibly 3-3. Though hindi ako masyadong nag-trade ng Ethereum for now. hindi rin ako nag-accumulate ng Ethereum. Ang ina-accumulate ko ngayon is more on low caps and yung ano na yun? Um, quantum resistant na quantum resistant. Like for example, ang ina-accumulate ko si Quan platform, QuanX. So, yun. So, etong resistance na tinitignan ko is previously ito, 'di ba? Around 3.9. 3.9 na reject na siya, no? So, support at 3.3 and then resistance at 3.9. So, pag mag-breakout siya doon, at least balik na tayo sa uptrend. But for now, it's more on a downtrend tayo. Hindi ako nag-short kasi hindi is ito. Parang hindi ako nag-alam sa Ethereum and kasi last time nandito pa siya nung tinitignan ko. So for now, antayin ko na lang din siya. So I think yun lang masasabi ko kay Ethereum. Yeah. And ano pa ba yung Yun lang tinitignan ko for now eh. I mean yung major, sila yung major, di ba? Which composed of more than, check natin, 60, more than 60% ng total crypto market cap. So, I think yun lang siya. 8 hours pala itong tinignan ko. Sorry. Akala ko kasi daily siya. Anyways, so balik tayo ng daily. So, actually, halos same lang din naman, di ba? Halos same lang siya. And even dito, oversold na daw siya. But, check natin. Kasi, syempre, hindi ibig sabihin na oversold na talaga. Dito rin siya, nag-low siya ng as low as 12.12 na RSI. So, yun lang yung makakomment ko dito. So, on conservative note, nag-aantay talaga ako ng breakout from that current trend. You can actually trade that trend, di ba? Magkakaroon naman siya ng bounce dyan and rejection eh. But, yeah, for me, mag-aantay na lang ako talaga ng solid breakout from that point of reversal. So, I think yun lang siya. So, kung may tanong kayo, then feel free to ask. Else, can you adjust your mic? No. Can you speak in English? Sabi ko, Tagalog tayo ngayon. Anyway. So, your voice have echo. Still have echo? Still have. Yeah, pasensya na yung mic ko kasi nasa taas eh. So, I'm just using my computer for now. And then, well, I'm gonna repeat na lang. BTC and ETH in English. Kasi, ano lang sana to eh. Tagalog lang sana. Tagalog. Anyways. So, let's go back again to BTC and Ethereum kasi there are some requests here na English daw. Kasi nga naman, it's global nga naman. Though, sinabi ko naman na as much as possible, this is Tagalog. Balik tayo sa BTC. Sa all, I mean, crypto na lang. I think I use So a few minutes ago, yeah, actually I'm analyzing this one, BTC. So if you look at it, the EMAs, we already formed a dead cross. Wait, but before that, yeah, let me just clean this up so that it is a new chart, so that it's not that messy. So first off, there is already a dead cross. So if it's hit a dead cross, then it might continue to go down further. So I'll be waiting for a golden cross, or at least if it trade above the EMAs, and these EMAs serve as a support area. So that would mean more or less 52 to 54 area as my possible long area. 52,000 to 54, which is the EMAs here. EMA 30 and EMA 60, using open, high, low, close as source. So that's basically the first. There's a dead cross, and then of course, just the basic trend. So let's first create a trend here, which you can see it's already uh, broken, and it's also serving as a resistance. So since it's serving as a resistance more, there is really a downward pressure from, so the 52,000 is the resistance I'm looking at. Even at this one, this area, that's even serving as a resistance, the 50,000. If you look at the 8 hours, see, that's actually the EMA 30, which is serving as a resistance. So let's go back here to the daily time frame. And then what else? So next, it's a breakdown, and this is also a downward trend, a widening wedge. So wait, let me just, so nakita nyo? Also, you could see that there's really more on a downward pressure. Aside from that, so I think just this alone, or even just the major basic support and resistance and trends, you can see that really it's a down trend. So the support I'm looking at is of course this previous low when the dump happened, which is around 41,000 something, which is also served as a resistance in the previously here. And then next is, so that's the immediate support I'm looking at, which is the 41,000. Though MicroStrategy and El Salvador are buying some BTC, the thing is, remember this one, this December 4, from that high of 55 to 41, that's almost 14,000 on a daily, from its high to low. It liquidated a lot of futures traders, which is more than 2 billion, I think, if I remember it correctly. And this one, there's also a liquidation here, which is more than $3 billion also. And if you look at MicroStrategy holdings, wait, where is it? This one. So their actually holdings is $3.6 billion, so which is more or less two, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, $3.6 billion. So more or less half or something more than half maybe of MicroStrategy holdings equivalent of what have been liquidated here. So and this one is more than $3 billion. So if it gonna repeat this one, I'm looking at the 22 days before it finally bottom out, hit the bottom. So if that would be the same case on this one from December 4 liquidation of 3 point of close to 2 billion or more than 2 billion dollars, I'm expecting recovery at this one, December 26. Remember, of course, trading there should always be demand and supply. That's the basics. Since there's a lot of cash that have been liquidated here, of course, we need the same amount for it to move higher, diba? So I think that's it. So this is the untested area. So I'm looking at 41 as a support area if this continues. Anyway, the resistance I'm looking at is the 50,000.6, which is just here a few days ago, and of course the 50,000. I mean $52,000. But yeah, the very critical point for me to enter the market is of course for it to move around this support area here. That is currently the resistance area if it flipped that to a support. So personally, I'm still holding my BTC perpetual that have been already at a loss. Remember last time that I sold 50% of that. I sold at 16.9 and then I relong at 64,950. So the 64,950, I'm still holding it as a long position. So it's currently at a loss, which is 50% of my normal position size. So my plan is, of course, I will wait for it to bottom out before I add another 50%. So as much as possible, I'm trying to save it. But if it's already 100% of my position size, then I could do anything but, of course, to add or enter a stop loss. Diba? Hindi naman pwedeng. So that's it. So I think that's it for now for BTC. So I'm really waiting for it to break the current trend. But for now, most likely it's a bearish for me. So yeah, though the RSI, if you look at the RSI, it's already at just above the regular bullish. However, if you look at the history, if you look at the previous or the whole, it could go as low as 8.21. That's the lowest RSI that it hit. So yeah, November 26, which is this 8.21. So depending on the exchange, but yeah, on this exchange that 8.21. So for now, so on conservative note, I'll be waiting for a strong reversal of the current downtrend. Though if you are scalping, you can trade the range. So most likely you can still trade within that downtrend. There's still a, what's that? May mga bounce pa rin naman siya. But yeah, even here, if you look at the 8 hours, this is even the resistance already at 49. You see, it's going low and going low. Remind me later. So, yun lang ang masasabi ko. So, yeah, I think that's it for BTC. I'll be happy actually if it at least it ends the year at 53 or 53 to 54,000. At least that will be back to uptrend area. So I think that's it for BTC. So I'm more on a bearish, possibly 41 as a strong support, and then resistance at what's this? Resistance I'm looking at is 49, and there's a lot of resistance actually. Yeah. So I'm still really looking at a solid break out from this trend. So yun lang ang masasabi ko for now. Then next is wait. Next is ETH. I think what I did last a few minutes ago is actually Tagalog. So I'm just gonna repeat myself what I've said a while ago. So just the basic price action, basic support resistance and trends. So if you look at it, there's already a breakdown. So breakdown from that uptrend. So of course, I'm gonna be more on the bearish side. So as long as it will not, you can actually trade the range, but if you're scalping, you can still trade within the range. But on conservative note, for me, I will be trading it when it hit and flip this resistance to support area, which is most possibly at this area. So it's actually same as Bitcoin, but Ethereum just break out or break down the support area just a few days ago. Um, so I think that's it. So the support I'm looking at for Ethereum is the previous low, which is the previous low last December 4, which is the 3,300, and the resistance, this trend, but more or less I'm looking at this area, which is the 4,000 area. So which is that the previous highs. So I think yeah. And yeah, let's me also check. At least for Ethereum, there's no dead cross yet. But once it form a dead cross, then more downtrend. So yeah, I think well, hopefully, let's see if that 3-3 holds. Else, we'll be looking at this one as a next support, which is the 2-8. 2-8. Why? There's also a. Normally, I'm looking at the. Well, aside from this is just the previous resistance, it will become the support, and there is a doji. So anyway, let's see. So for now, did I have some? Well, yeah. I'm still holding my Ethereum perpetual, which is I bought, and my target profit. I mean my target TP at $5,000. Anyways, yeah, because during that time I'm still a just a free, what's that? A basic trading view subscriber, but since I already upgraded it to premium, now I have a lot of alerts already. So I'm gonna use that at possibly be, though I'm using it, but yeah, I think I can maximize that next year. So anyway, next is yeah, if you have some chart requests, then let's try to look at it. So crow seasons crow. let's start. This is, yeah. So the next request, there's a request for Crow. I still have it. So I'm just, as much as possible, I'll just try to use the basic. And if ever I'm gonna use additional indicators, that's EMA 30 and 60, open, high, low, close as source. And of course, divergence indicator, which is also the RSI. We just, I can't find a good one here. So basically, I might try this one. Oh, I think if we are not looking at the, maybe let's also try to use this one. So majority it's still, wait. Yeah, I think I did not choose that in Ethereum. What's the base? What's the trend? At least for Ethereum, it's still, oh, it's already forming a possible bearish bar. How about BTC? Yeah, let me just go back to this one because I think I did not look at the Renko last time. So yeah, you can see there's still majority still bearish Renko bar that might possibly continue to go down further. So I think that's it for that. And then yeah, let's go back to Crow. I think it's one of my favorites anyway. So since this is a less nice chart, you can see that it's still going down. So possibly it might retest that 47 cents. Anyway, let's try to look at this. Possibly the support here is the, so 36. How about this one? Ah, at least it's um, there's actually a possible bullish divergence. However, since it's breakdown from the EMAs, it can trade within the EMAs itself. So let's see if the immediate support, which is the EMA 60 or 48 cents, will hold at this area. So more or less that will be a possible 36 RSI. Then let's look at the, wait, let me try to look at this. Nothing much. And let me just try to look at the 8 hours. Yeah, even at the 8 hours, actually it's also the same. It's also resisting at EMA 30 and EMA 60. So I think there's still more on a downward pressure from here. So basically, if ever I'm gonna trade this one, of course, I'm gonna wait until these EMAs will become the support area. Like for example, this one. So since this serves as a resistance for now, I'm gonna wait for the reversal of the of it. Actually, let's, So there's already a, if you look at this one, aside from it's also a dead cross on the 8 hours. Wait, anyway, in daily, at least on daily, it's still trading within the range. But if you look at the shorter time frame, it's there's the EMAs are serving as a resistance, and there is, look at that, it's resisting at this trend line. Previous support now becoming the resistance area. So actually, you can set an alert also if you're looking into it. But yeah, the support I'm looking at still at 48 cents, which is the previous low here. So break down to that. Where is it? The next previous. Gonna use that, which is possibly this. Oh, let me just delete it. So I think it's also most likely that it might gonna retest the $48. Though it's not yet close, that's why I'm looking at the 8 hours time frame. So it's already resisting at EMAs. So personally, I'm gonna trade it above the EMAs, or if it flip this EMAs as a support area. For now, and I'll just wait and watch. Wait and watch. So, because the immediate resistance I'm looking at is that 56 cents. Once it holds there, possibly there's a chance or higher chances that it might retest the all-time high. But for now, it's trading within this range. So, and I don't like how it forms actually. It's on a daily time frame because if you look at it, um, it's it's even barely creating a higher high, right? Higher high, because that's the basic. As much as possible, there is a reversal on this, but since it seems like it even possibly might create a lower low, but as long as it holds at this area, I think that will be good. But else, welcoming that 48 cents. Yeah. It's actually really depends on how the BTC performs over the next few hours. But at least it's even better than compared to the trend of BTC, which is it's a dead cross and downward uh, pressure. So next is, yeah, I cannot comment much. So anong masabi niyo ba? So he said he bought it at 58. So it means he bought it above the EMA, what's this? EMA 30, or which is the white one here. So he bought it around this area. So he bought it here, which is more or less, he bought it around this area possibly. And then he's asking if he should sell. Actually, it depends. It depends on your plan. If you're planning to hold it long term, then I think you could just hold it for the time being. Because yeah, even me personally, I also have some losses. What's the latest one that I bought? I bought this one. I think the latest one is this one. But I'm planning to hold it long term. My average here is, I think, around, I forgot what's my average, but I think it's about 11 cents if I'm not mistaken. So, but for this one, I'm actually planning to hold it for more or less until there is a release of quantum computers. So basically, I'm long term on it. So it really depends on your plan on grow. I think there are also expanding. So yeah, if you could wait, then yeah, for me, it's rather wait than to realize a loss as much as possible. Even me, um, part of my plan, if I can still wait, then I would rather wait. Because long term, for me, cryptocurrency is still undervalued at the moment. Though, of course, we can experience some pullback along the way. So yeah, I think that's it for Grow for now. How about LRC? So he said if it's Crow, yeah, I think so. Crow, it's still holding. At least it's still not break the 48 cents. So for me it's still safe. Anyway, let me just check. I think I have Crow something. I don't know if I have still have some open. No, I already closed it. Yeah, because I'm also trading Crow, but the futures won, which I settled in USD, unfortunately. Because that's the only one that I have last November. So sorry. That's the only one that I traded. Because the thing is, you have there. Wait, let's try to measure the. Bought it at 58, right? So 58 and that. So 1.83. So yeah, personally, if I bought it at 58 cent, I'd rather wait because yeah, look at this one. Yeah, depending on your plan, of course. But if ever I have grow, the possibility of it is that yeah, possibly that and that. So 1.83. But the thing is, if I could wait and it hit that, risk reward is much higher. Even if like that, I think it still passes my risk reward ratio, even if it hit as low as that 38 cents. But of course, it really depends on the trader on what his plan actually, because risk reward is very subjective depending on your plan. Personally, if the asset is at least two, then I can still wait. And yeah, it's still holding above the EMA 60, so I think it's still fine at the moment. So next is LRC. Mm, I don't know if I trade the LRC last time, but it's one of my, I think, I did not add it in my favorite, um, but it's here. Si LRC, di ko alam kung Tagalog to, ano eh. Saan na siya? Oh, sorry. I think I just trade the LRC prep, no? Yeah, but I think I did not add it on the list. So let's just try to use that. Hmm. It's currently at EMA 60, so let's see if it holds. Though it could possibly create a week. Ano ba to? LRC. LRC, there's actually some futures in LRC. So it depends on what you trade, if just a spot or futures. But yeah. But it's already at EMA 60. And as long as if it holds, wait lang, check natin to. And the last one. So the previous highs is that. Well, personally for me, it's a 50-50. 50-50. So I'm gonna use this one. Because this one, it's already a resistance already. So measuring it by this one. Yeah, if this EMA 60 will hold, then let's see. Well, possibly it's not that much attractive for me. But of course it's really depends on your plan. But yeah, I think if you look at this previously, it's actually holding at EMA 60. Though there is just a few week, a 2 week. But at least it closed above this EMA 60. So I think there's most probably it will hold at this, what's that, EMA, which is $2 area. So immediate resistance at 2.37. So if it break that, possibly next to this one. LRC. Yeah, actually I'm trading the futures, but I think I already closed that. So I think that's it. So at least it's even better than the rest of, like, for example, um what's that, BTC. It's even better than BTC, trading BTC actually. So comparing it to BCC, I'd rather trade this one rather than BTC. Anyway, so let's see if that $2 support holds, but I think it might hold based on this previous one. It might close above it. However, it depends on what you trade, if it's futures or spot. If futures, as much as possible, try not to get a liquidation price. Try not to get, or try to have a zero liquidation price, so that at least you can still protect your capital. Because the thing is, if you once you get liquidated, of course there's no more additional profit that you might realize. Syempre. So I think that's it for now for LRC. Next is Matic. Actually, I'm looking at Matic a while ago. Where is it? I think it's here. But yeah, I did not make any transactions. Because the thing is, I have an alert on this trend. Actually, you can also even create an alert on the EMA itself. I don't know if I have created one. Yeah, I think I created that, though I just turn it off because I turn it off. Yeah, I think I turned it off, or I did not. I did not create one. About the trend line, I have an alert actually. So for Matic, might possibly this is a daily time frame. Though actually I'm waiting it at this area, this parallel support, which is around this area. Sorry. It should be here. Actually, I'm waiting it above, just on this, more or less 1.60 or something. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, or more or less close to that 160 area. Though at least for Matic, at least it's still on an uptrend channel. Comparing it to BTC, which is already on um, downward wedge, downward channel. Though, yeah, it's actually my plan to go long. Remember the one that I hold May something. Yeah, wait. I know I have shown it a while ago eh. Hindi ko lang alam kung kailan ko siya na. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think this one. I actually hold it for 7 months. Yeah, it's. I opened it 5/27 and I just closed it December 3. So that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So that's 7 months. But since right now I already have a lot of alerts, so I created an alert on this one. I'm planning to long at this one, more or less 1.60 or something. But of course, depending on your plan. Though I have some holdings on Matic, this one is more on a short-term trade that I'm planned to trade on the futures, perpetual futures. So I'm planning to buy it at this, more or less at yeah, close to that, depending on where the candle will retest at this one. And I think you could see this one, it's already currently resisting, but so that's my plan. So yeah, as much if you could wait, if you could also wait, then wait, wait. Mm, yeah, I think that's the most conservative that I plan for Matic. And then possibly the resistance within the trend also at these levels, more or less around 2.43. So within that range. So basically, do so I don't know what's next on this. What's next on this? But yeah, I think more or less close to 160. That's the possible support or the buying point I'm looking at. The resistance at 2.43. Because last time, what's my entry price? I forgot. Yeah, which is around this area. So, ba't nga ba ang tagal kong hinawakan yun, no? Even me, of course, I also create some mistakes. I think that's is just 25% of my normal position size. That's why, yeah, normally for futures, I have a different isolated wallet. So basically, if I'm trading Matic, there is automatic Matic sub account only for Matic. So that's why you can see me trading different accounts. But for next year, as much as possible, I'm planning to concentrate more or less 2 to 3 crypto assets movements, and basically 50% 50% of my normal position size on the first trade, and on the second trade another 50%. So yeah, I'll be more on the value rather than the on the ROE itself. So mas yun, mas yun. So yan. So I think I've been working on really on my personal plan for next year. So I'm gonna share it maybe next time. So for now, for Matic, yeah, I'll be waiting at the one more or less 160 or this 180 area. So at least if that will be the case, then yeah, let me just check if it still meets my RRR. At least it's still more or less. If it's retest that EMA 180, then I might possibly relong it. I think I'm adding, aside from this trend, I'm also adding, what's this, alert on EMAs. Like for example, this one crossing that one, and then another. You could also add another alert on the EMA 60 itself. So at least, yeah, I'm more possibly disciplined. Yeah, I'll just trade when I hear an alert. So yeah. So for now, yeah, possibly gonna wait at EMA 60 or this one. 25% here, possibly 20 another 25% here, and my TP at 2.43. But of course, it could change depending on where this might retest the trend. So, I think yun lang yung masasabi ko for Matic. So, done in Matic. Well, yeah, actually, volume have been picking up for Matic. That's why, wait. For futures, I think it's on the top, I think on the top 5. Sometimes even top 4 or top 3. It's even sometimes more active than Solana if you are trading futures. And then can you go with Doge and Doggy and Shiba, ADA and yeah. Let's try to look at Doggy Coin. I think it's not here. What's the latest on Doggy Coin? Yeah, Elon already tweeted he prefers Doggy Coin over BTC, but looking at just the basic last time, just the basic trends, it's still, yeah, it break out. However, it actually back to this trend. So, of course, you can actually add an alert on that one and then relong upon breakout. But basically from here, support already at possibly 15 cents, which is I think already at the strong support area. It's a daily, right? Yeah. Wait, let's try to look at the 8 hours time frame. Ah, yeah, actually there is a doji on the 8-hour time frame. So we could say that I could say that 16 or 15 to 16 cents, it's already a strong support area. So then and the immediate resistance, of course, this one, previous the 22 cents, and it's creating a possible retest on the resistance. So basically, I might possibly go long on it. With that, if the risk reward is of course rewarding, I'm gonna use the low of the doji as my stop loss, and of course the previous high as my immediate resistance or TP area. So at least if it's meet the 2 point, at least 2 RRR, then I'm gonna trade the asset. So this is 8 hours. So yeah, and yeah, how about the EMAs? So wait for a break out at 18 or 19 cents. How about this one? Yeah, because for the daily, it's actually been resisting. There's actually a lot of dojis for doggy coin. Doggy coin. How about the RSI? It's actually holding, so yeah. I think we could see another retest to 22 cents. This one, because I'm also watching it. Actually, I'm still holding the one that I bought at 29 cents, and this is my TP area, which is the 35 cents. I just forgot when did I bought it, but I think before this one. So that is a perpetual contract. So yeah, as long as it holds there, yeah, actually you can even add alert on it. Hmm. Did I trade it? Ah, no, I did not trade it. Yeah, cause when I read the Elon tweet, it already pumped, so I did not re-enter already the market. But anyway, so on conservative note, I'll wait for it out to break out the trend. So you can actually add that, add an alert. So yeah, I think we might see another retest on that trend or resistance. So breakout to 22 cents. So for immediate support I'm looking at is the 15 cents. Breakout to 22 cents to 35 cents, which is also my personal TP on my holdings. I mean, not holdings, on perpetual contract, doggy coin perpetual contract that I have. So I think that's for now. I, I'm not seeing any golden cross or whatever here. It's actually even still at a dead cross. But at least it's breaking the resistance as compared to BTC, which is yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's trying hard to break. So I think that is for now for a doggy coin. And actually for Shiba, there's actually almost moving the same way. Shiba. But for Shiba, yeah, I have an alert actually on this one. So I'm gonna wait for it to break out. So I'm looking at above. What's that? For 4,000 Satoshi before I'm gonna go long. But actually, there is a hidden divergence already. That I mean, a regular divergence, bullish divergence forming here. But of course, I'm waiting for a breakout. That's why there is an alert on this parallel channel. Actually, this is, I don't know what's that. I think it's exit is exiting on. So entering the channel should be exiting the channel. So should be exiting the channel. So when it's exit that channel more or less the 4,000, then most likely it's gonna retest the 5,400 Satoshi. Support at $3,100. Ay, 3,100 Satoshi. Sorry. So yeah, but basically it still depends on how a BTC goes over the next few days. Yeah, it's even the same as BTC actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's same trend with BCT downtrend. But the thing is BTC downtrend is much deeper. At least here it's closer to resistance area. So over the past few days, I think most of my trades are actually altcoins. Most of my gains actually on altcoins. Though BTC not much over the couple of weeks. So that's on Shiba. Then volume picking up. Yes, volume has been picking up. Volume picking up. On futures, I think Matic Matic on top 5. Yeah, if I remember it correctly. But yeah, I know it's on the top 5 Matic. Because actually I'm also monitoring it one. What's your take on BTC price movement? Actually, more on bearish. More on bearish. It's a breakdown. It's a breakdown. What else? Downward channel. Ay, wedge. Downward wedge. Down wedge. Ward wedge. What else? Downwards widening wedge. Yeah, wedge. It's actually widening. So wedge, and then that cross. So I'm waiting for complete or solid breakout from its current trend. I'd be happy if it closed at 53 end of the year. So yeah, I think that's just it for BTC. Um, wait ano bang nangyari dun sa BTC na yan? Yeah. And remember, yeah, what I said a while ago. Yeah. Yeah, uh, we need the same here. Since there's a lot of liquidations that had happened here, we need the of inflows to pump the market, 'di ba? Greater force, 'di ba? Kasi mas mahirap parang sa physics, I think on the physics on the force, pagpataas mas mas ano ba 'yun? Pag nagko-compute ka ng force is that mas mataas yung greater force yung kailangan mo. Pero pag pababa, mas ano na 'to, yung force na kakailanganan mo is mas ano ba 'yun? Mas konti. Parang gano'n. Parang yung gano'n yung naalala ko. Anyways, yun ata yun. High school pa ata yun eh, physics. Parang may formula but yeah, I forgot. Naalala ko lang is, kunwari, yung bato, di ba? Mas greater kasi yung yung kakailanganin mo pag pataas, di ba? Pag pababa, naku, mas madaling, mas madaling ibagsak. Ang kulit lang eh. So, yun lang ang masasabi ko. Nakakatuwa din ano. Minsan yung mga mahihirap natatandaan ko, yung mga subject na yun sa physics. Physics alam ko third year high school ba yun? Third year or fourth year high school? I almost forgot. Pero yun, ang sungit kasi ng ano namin eh. Pero madami din akong natutunan. Pero hindi ko na natutunan yung pag-solve. Naalala ko yung practical application of it. Diba? Yes. So, I think that's it, guys. Anyway, what's on the news? On the news, check natin. Yeah, the Nike on also on Metaverse and what else? Nothing much. So, yeah, let's see. So, mag-share na lang siguro. Anyway, for the next few days, maybe, I'm actually completing my plan. What's that? My personal plan. So, I might possibly share that next time. Yeah, 'cause though I don't have really a trading plan that's really yung talagang ginawa ko. It's actually on my mind. mind. Do I have a journal? Oh, sorry, Ada. There's one on the YouTube. Ada, what's the last time I trade Ada? I almost forgot. But yeah, I already disposed some of my Ada. I'm actually staking some ADA, and then I unstake some, and then I sold it, and then I buy some low cups cryptocurrency. But I still have some few ADA left. Anyway, the futures, I'm not trading the futures because I think last time that we saw it, it's actually a dead cross, and really trying hard also to break out. So see, it's yeah. I actually have what's that, an alert. Yeah, I think I turn it off. Maybe I just turn it off, but it's still, once I turn it on, it might possibly go on alert. So yeah, I remember the dead cross. And what else? Really trying hard also to get back to this support trend. It's also a downtrend. So what I'm looking at, if this continues, is where it is. This is the support I'm looking at. Dun, dun, dun. I think this is already $1, $1.04. OMG. When did I? Yeah. Yeah, I remember I bought it around the last year, so it's actually low, and then I tipped some, and I think few other left already. And I am not even trading the futures one. But yeah, I have an alert on this area. So currently, as you can see, it's resisting at this one. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for that alert. Else, you can see support at $1, 1.04 as strong support area. I think. Yeah, I think that's already strong support area. Depending on your plan, but basically, I'm gonna trade it once it alert at this trend support, which is currently at resistance. So the immediate resistance I'm looking at is this one. 1 point, what's that? 1.28. This is just a short term trade. On a long term, yeah. On a long term, I'm still holding some, but actually I'm planning to dispose it once it hit that three or the all-time high, whichever comes first, all-time high or this one. Of course, Yeah, actually that's my plan on ADA. I'll just go on quantum resistant smart blockchains. So yeah, kasi the thing is with ang future kasi is that though hindi pa nare-release naman yung quantum computers kasi grabe ang ganda ang lakas. I mean when it comes to security, mas kailangan natin siya in the future kasi pwede niya kasing from our wallet mas madali niyang ma-hack yung yung mga wallets natin. So medyo on the security itself, medyo syempre nag-aalangan ako, 'di ba? So I think kaya priority ko on investing more on cryptocurrency which is quantum resistant one. So I don't I think ADA is not the one, though it still have a lot of potentials anyway. So yeah, yun lang masasabi ko kay ADA. It's still downward downtrend that cross and it's currently resisting even the previous support now becoming the resistance area. So most likely it might retest the $1 support area. The immediate resistance I'm looking at is the 1.28. If it continues, then of course retest the trend line resistance, which is more or less depending on where it trades, but more or less 1.88 at current scenario. At current date, more or less this one. So dito tayo sa susunod which is more or less 192. So I think that's it for now. But actually you can, so how about the RSI? Oh, RSI it's already possibly going bullish. Yeah. There's actually a bullish divergence, so I might possibly test long. But of course, I'm gonna wait for an alert here, at least. But there's already a bullish divergence for me. So it's going down, but it's going up. So yeah. Mm, yeah. At least, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, on conservative note, I'm gonna wait for my alert. Trendline alert resistance here before I go long. Possibly my TP will be around 192 or this trendline resistance. There's already a bullish divergence. So yeah, I think it's start most likely time to go long or accumulate some ADA in my opinion. So I think that's it for ADA. And then yeah, breakout for this breakout at trend line resistance. When it flip it and become the support, possibly yeah, retest the all-time high. But for now, let's just focus within this one. So yeah, we'll just make an update next time. But if you're a long-term ADA holder, then hold it over a few years. So yun lang masasabi ko kay ADA. ADA is done. ADA done. Dito pala siya. ADA done. Diba? Thanks for sharing your views on BTC. Welcome. Mm. For Solana, when is the last time that I trade this one? It's actually almost the same pattern with BTC. It's a breakdown and forming a widening wedge, downward wedge. And yeah, at least it's quite different for Solana, but then again, you can see that it's almost kissing. The EMAs are almost close to kissing. Close, yeah. EMA 3193 and EMA 6191. So at least they are not yet. They did not yet uh, cross, but yeah, almost. So this one RSI is already at. Forgot because I just created my my favorite futures a while ago. Anyway, my yeah, I think I'm having some problems with the internet. So actually, I can trade within the range for this one within the downtrend channel. But of course, I'm gonna measure the possible risk reward. This is just for futures. For long term, I have a few Solana, but possibly I'm gonna dispose some of it. So if I'm gonna go long at this area, 2.97. 2.97, but the thing is I'm gonna use this one because they is almost gonna kiss. So most possibly I'm not gonna trade this one because yeah, it's just a few dollars before it cross. So once it cross, it might even create a lower low, though it's already at oversold territory. And yeah, I think that's it for me for Solana for now. 147. Yeah, 147 as the support area I'm looking at. And then the immediate resistance is the EMAs, which is 191. So if I'm gonna measure that for futures only, but yeah, for long-term holds, I have some Solana holdings. So for futures, of course, this one is not attractive to me because this is just 1.36. I'd rather wait for a solid breakout from this downward channel. So someone said here Solana long at 141. Yeah, it did not even reach 141, but more or less that's basically around this area. Hmm. So yeah, currently no. For me personally, no trade zone for me on futures. On long-term holdings, yeah, I might possibly add some. So depending on your plan. But the trend is it's a downtrend and a breakdown. So on conservative note, normally on that is I'm waiting for a solid breakout and create a new trend. So which is hopefully an uptrend. Though you can trade the range. I can actually trade the range, but I think the range at the moment is not attractive. So I'd rather not trade. But the support I'm looking at is the 147 breakdown to this area, which is 124. Resistance 191 or breakout to that is we can actually just add it here and possibly the 226 at the moment. Kasi yan yung the trend line resistance I'm looking at. If ever it break the 191 immediate resistance area. So I think that's it for now for Solana. Even if yeah, let's try to look at this one. Even the Renko chart, it's still on a downtrend or a bearish bar. So basically, I'll trade this one once it change to a bullish bar like this. So for now, it's also, yeah, I'll just rather wait for a reversal. So I think that's it for now. Well, I don't have a Solana futures, but I do have a holdings. So next one, what else? Okay, done. So it actually really depends on your plan. Next time I'm gonna share my personal plan for next year. Actually, this is even my first time, first time to really have a written one. Though I have it on my mind. So yeah, some others said it's currently longing. Yeah, well, I think so. It could possibly. Normally, I could go long once it at least create another at least three candles, right? But of course, you can look at the lower time frames if there is yeah, possibly there is a doji on this. So though it's almost quite late, so we could actually even use that really as our possible point of reversal. Then just measure if that risk reward is attractive on you guys. But personally, I did not see it, so yeah, at this moment for me it's a no trade zone. Yeah, because I'm already late on 8 hours. There's actually a doji. Normally, I'm trading at after the doji appears. At least test long or test short. So for this example, since it appears at support area, possibly test long on that. Um, resistance, this. Yeah, I'm still looking at that at resistance. The point of EMAs, which is 191, and the next or ultimate TP or TP2 at 226, which is the trend line resistance. So yeah, I think that's it for Solana. It really actually depends on your time frame that fits you. But yeah, for me, basically, I'll try to use daily. Currently, I'm using the daily and the 1 hour time frame, but I added 8 hours for my other trades. Because, yeah, I think it's 8 hours is actually fine. I deleted the one previously, which is the 3 hours time frame. 8 because, yeah, they said 8 is a lucky number. So I'll try to use that 8 hours time frame. And then, can we look at BZRX? What's BZRX? I don't know this. B, what's that? BZRX. What's that? Well, actually, I don't know this. 400. And it's currently trading at, okay. Biz. Oh, yellow. Yung cut namin. So, what's B? B? Di ko kasi BZRX. Di ko kasi alam ito eh. So, let's gonna use this one. Puro ano din, eh. Yeah, just so it's almost at the support. Almost at support. It's actually almost forming a doji on a daily time frame. So much as possible. Since it's almost close at support, let's try to, yeah, because as much as possible, I'm gonna wait for it to close. But yeah, let's try to look at the lower time frames. Though I'll be still using the daily support and resistance. Let's just wait for if there is. And let me just try to look at it. So with that, it's, yeah, I did use that at on 8 hour. On 8 hours time frame, it's already at, I think so. It's already at support area. If this RSI will hold, right? So 6 hours left. Yeah. Because the thing is, I don't like how it formed actually. So I'd rather wait for the next 8 or next few hours, which is this one, because this is actually a bearish engulfing. So this next candle is the one that I'll try to wait on. Yeah, if you look at it, he did not capture it. The patterns did not capture it, but this is a bearish engulfing one. So on that note, gonna wait for that to and then 8 hours. I'm gonna wait it for it to close. Mhm. It's already a doji at 27 cents. 1 hour. Because that's 8 hours, so let's just delete that. And there is a bullish divergence on the 24 cents dollar. But there is a doji here. This is just a one short, really very short. Anyway, let's just analyze this on 1 hour. So from here to here, so there is, so the 24 cents might possibly be my stop loss. And I'm gonna try to, of course, I'm gonna measure it if it's attractive or not on 1 hour time frame. Because on a daily time frame, I'd rather wait for it to close. But it seems like it's forming a possible doji. So yeah, I think so. It's still a possible long on 1 hour time frame with stop loss at 24 cents, and I'm gonna long it at this 25 cents area with a possible TP at 27 or the doji candle there. So on this one, yeah, on 8 hours kasi it's a bearish engulfing, and this is actually possibly forming a possible doji. So on conservative note, I'd rather wait for it to close. Though you can see it's still a dead cross. So it actually depends on your plan, but yeah, if I'm using it on a daily time frame, then I'd rather wait for a golden cross or at least trade above the EMAs. That's actually how I trade on the EMAs. So it really depends on what fits you. Why not using 4 hours and aren't you scalping? I'm using every minute. Yeah, actually I'm scalping. Sometimes I use 15 minutes. So 15 minutes. 15 minutes when I do scalp, but mostly I'm using 1 hour. So since I think he or she or he. So since he is scalping, I might possibly go long if that's the case on 1 hour time frame. Because it meets my criteria. There's is actually a bullish divergence here on 1 hour and a doji there. So that's my possible TP, a point of possible rejection. So at this point, that's the RRR a while ago is still 2, so I might possibly go long, possibly 24 cents as stop loss, and then I'll enter at this price and then TP at 27 cents. So yeah. Why not using 4 hours? Well, 4 hours. It's actually yeah. I just don't like how it form actually, because four it ends on a downward. Downward. Maka Chinese ba ako? Actually, I'm not a Chinese, but then again, on how you write the number four, it's a downward. But I really don't know on the trading side. I just don't like how it ends. When you write it, wait, check natin ah. When you write the number four, it's actually like that. So since it ends down here, which is down, so I don't like it. So that's why before I'm using 1 hour, 1 hour at least flat, 1 hour, 3 hours which is at least pataas, it's still uptrend. But I changed it to 8 hours. Why I did change it to 8 hours? Because they said it's a lucky number and it's going up. Up. Baka- Ang kulit ko lang ano. They said 8 is a lucky number. Anyway, ewan ko. But on the trading side, yeah, I just actually started using 8 hours when I availed the premium trading view. But yeah, before I'm using the 3 hours, right? When you write three, it's still the same. It's still at least like that. It's not ending on a downtrend. Ang kulit ko lang ano. Anyway, yeah, that's just me. So yeah, you can actually use whatever might fit you. There's a lot of time frames. Anyway, so that's just me. But I'll share next time on how the 8 hours goes. So sabi niya, 2471. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one, he actually long it on 2471, which is just above the divergence, bullish divergence. Just above it, because it's actually shown here around this area. So I think it's just right well for him. So anyway, I think that's it, guys. If you have some other questions, then feel free to ask. Else, I'm gonna end this stream. Anyway, there. So wala na. So 2471. Long it at 2471, which is just more or less, yeah, possibly around this area, or at least this one, which is, I think that's just right, because there is a bullish divergence on 1 hour time frame. So yeah, that's just what I can say on it. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you again next time. Any more recommendations on Crow? This is my first largest trade holding long. Wow. Crow? Ano daw? Ang kulit nga. Yung ano, yung time frame. Oo. Ewan ko. Sabi kasi ng ano eh. Sabi kasi ng lola ko at saka lolo ko. Pag pababa daw pangit. So ayoko nang pababa. Anyway. So, yun. And Crow. Any more recommendations on Crow? This is my first largest trade holding long. Oh, what's What are you holding long? Is it futures or um spot? Because the thing is, I treat it differently. Because for futures, I do it on 25%. What's that? Ano yan? In tranches. But for spot, normally I'm accumulating it on a long-term basis. So it really depends on your holding period. Actually, it's also one of the things that you should also include in your trading plan. So I'm gonna share mine next time. Wala akong trading plan na nakasulat. But yeah. So next year will be my first, yung mm, talagang in writing, in writing. Do I really have a journal, which I started last year. AMP, AMP, Pro. Fundamentally, grow. Um, yeah, it depends on what you trade, but if you look at it, there's actually a on a long term chart, there is a volume divergence, which is I think which is good for holders. But if you're long, if you're long, if your position is long and it is futures, and yeah, depending on how close are you to liquidation, right? Because normally my liquidation is zero talaga eh. So I can actually, as much as possible, if I can save it, then I'm gonna save it. Crow. Ano ba yung ginamit natin last time? KitKat. Meow. So maybe let me, yeah, I don't know what's, maybe you could share if this is spot or futures. KitKat. 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 So yeah, I want to know if this is a spot or a futures trade. Because yeah, for futures, and what time frame fits you, di ba? Kasi kung 1 hour yan, possibly at this point, there is a bullish divergence. Di ba? There's a bullish divergence on 1 hour time frame. So, depende kung paano ka mag-trade. There is a bullish divergence. So, yeah. So, depende kasi kung ano yung mas fit sa inyo na time frame. Ako nga kung ano nung time frame ginagamit ko. Joke lang. Hindi, 1 hour and 8 hours. I want to be consistent as much as possible. Di ba at the beginning of the year, di ba, 3 hours yung ginagamit ko kasi nga, yung 8 hours is parang siyang, ano na to? Ano yan? Wala kasi siya talaga sa normal na hours eh. Hindi siya nakashow. Parang, ano ba yun? Parang pasadya. Ano bang English ng pasadya? Pasadya. Oh, KitKat. So, analyze natin further yung crow niya. I don't know. But, yeah. Ang ano kasi, no. Yeah. This one is the ano pala, no? Ito yung dump, ano? This December 4. Grabe, 36 pala. How much niya na Yeah, I remember. I think he bought it at 58 cents, right? I think around this area. So let's just, alam ko, nabili niya yan sa 58. Wow. So, bullish divergence naman na siya eh. Yun nga lang kasi, if this holds. Pero, yeah, I think so. If tingin ko naman mag-hold siya previously unless na lang magkaroon ulit ng dump. Because if there will be a possible next dump, syempre, yung 36 ang possible niyang possible next support area. Wala akong, actually, I don't have holdings on Crow, but I do CRO, CRO pala. But I do hold, yeah, but I trade the futures. Yeah, possibly if I'm gonna trade this one on a 1 hour time frame, I might gonna long this one. So, yun lang yung masasabi ko doon. So, yeah, I'm actually asking him or her if this is spot or futures. So, yun, no? Almost at resistance siya nag ano, nag-buy. Ay, nag-long. Diba? Kasi kasi for me at this point, yeah, because there's a bullish divergence here and the risk reward here is attractive, then I might possibly go long even just at that area, di ba? Kahit dyan nga sa 54, masaya na ako. O, sa 58 pa kaya, o di ba? So, nakadepende yan sa plans. So, 8 hours. Yeah. See, there is a doji. Normally, doji, impossible point of reversal. So, that's my possibly TP at 54 cents. So, sabi niya na bili niya siya dito. So, antay niya pa yung breakout sa 54. Wait. So, what other else could I... But at least it's already at oversold and there is a bullish divergence. So at least I think it might gonna hold at 52 cents. If ever I'm gonna buy it at 58 cents, then medyo no? If it's spot, then I might possibly just hold it. Because I think the plans of Crow is also promising. Yeah. That's why it's also one of the actively traded futures. That's why I'm also trading this one. So I think I'd rather wait for it until at least 64 or when I got some profit. Even futures, the longest one that I hold. Remember last time I hold 1 month, the BTC XRP, and then yeah, the longest one is the Matic, which I just shared a while ago, which I hold for from May or to December. So that's more or less 6 to 7 months. O, di ba? But at least that's more or less 161% gains. Though I nagkaroon ako ng funding fees. Funding fees or funding income depending on the funding rate. So yeah, I think yun lang. At least there is a possible bullish divergence already on this one. At saka at least dito, it's even much better than comparing it to BTC because BTC there's a dead cross. At least Here, it might possibly consolidate within this area, within the EMAs. So, di ba? So, yeah. I think I'd rather wait. Yeah. Turn. Bakit mo na daw yung pusa mo? Puyat na siya. O, napuyat na siya. Dump below 58 again. Should I sell now? I buy it. Lol. 51? Oh, Kit Kat. If possible, dump below 51 again. Should I sell now and buy it short near 38? Ah, you mean this one. The thing is, it depends if it will still, there is a sell-off. So, that will depend on the BTC. Diba? So, what's the news on? Pangit din kasi ng BTC. Pangit. 458 and nasa taas pa siya kasi. Oh yeah, maybe let's try to add this one, the session. Yeah, I also started to look at the session volume. So, session profile. Session profile is mas better siya. Mas better siya. Because the thing is, we can see where most of the volumes have been traded. Ayun, nandito siya. More or less. 41 cents. And dito is, there's already buying at the 51 cents. Um, bibili siya sa 38 cents. I think might not. I think it might not happen. So, yun lang guys. So, may tanong pa ba kayo? Kung wala na, then end na natin tong stream. Kikat. So anyway, I think that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you again next time. And maybe next time I'm gonna share my trading plan. So yeah, basically, it's more on that. Let's concentrate on that, and then maybe next time again on the chart analysis. Diba? And then yeah, I'd also encourage you if you could also add onto that on my own personal trading plan, yung talagang, yeah, I'm gonna share and in writing, in writing. So, bye guys. Bye guys. Happy trading.